What's the difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist? Let's put our community to the test and see what they know.
Good question. I think a dietitian is basically, so both of them have the license, that's what I know, but I'm not really sure what's the difference between both of them. Dietitian will give you certain diet for you to eat. Nutritionist will, I don't know. I have no idea.
A dietitian, I would say, is more of like your overall like eating habits, and then like a nutritionist is like what's actually the foods that you're eating and like what's in them and like if it's healthy for you or not. That'd be my best guess.
I think that a nutritionist actually knows the nutritional values of food or the context of how it works together. I think a dietitian can look at maybe a disease and then determine what food you should eat or not eat.
I would probably say the same thing. I feel like the dietitian is probably maybe someone that can create a plan, maybe eating plan for someone. Nutritionist is more, I don't know, I would assume they just know more about the nutritional thing.
My guess would be a dietitian knows more about like the different kinds of diets and like what they might do, and a nutritionist would probably just tell you how to follow that kind of diet maybe.
Say a dietitian helps you with weight management, a nutritionist helps you with overall meal plans, quality of food, healthy type of dietary regimens. That's about it.
All right, guys, let's talk about the dietitian's role. They have a specific level of education. They have to have a degree in nutrition from an accredited school, which comes along with having to do 1,000 to 1,200 hours of supervised practice. After that, they have to take an exam, and they have to pass that to become an RDN, which is a registered dietitian nutritionist, or an RD, which is a registered dietitian, and they're the same thing. It just depends on what someone wants to be called. They also have to do continuous education hours, which can include activities such as workshops, seminars, conferences, and webinars that provide education on the following topics related to nutrition or in the field that they are in. Now, so let's talk about what they can do. So dietitians can do many things. Many people think they just work in hospitals or work with people's overall health and eating habits, weight management, but really they work in many places. Dietitians can work in hospitals, they can work with diabetics, they can work in dialysis, they can work with health and wellness, in public health, schools, and many more places. They can also specialize in specific areas that gives them a certification. For example, eating disorders, which is what Sinnergy Wellness Group dietitians are specialized in. So this requires them to have a higher level of education from an accredited institution in the health behavioral science field, where they have to be licensed or certified as a healthcare professional. They're also required to meet 2,500 supervised patient care hours directly in the field of eating disorders by IADEPT approved supervisors, continuous education hours, and then 6 hours in body image, weight, and food issues. And then they have to complete core courses, pass the certification exam, and the list can go on, which goes to show the hard work they put in when it comes to certifications and licenses. Swipe right to see what you may have not known about nutritionists. Alright guys, here it goes. So we're going to talk about a nutritionist and what their role is. So a nutritionist can be anyone. Anyone can call themselves a nutritionist. It doesn't have to have, they don't have to have a specific degree. According to the Eat Right Pro website, there are specific requirements of each state when it comes to educating and teaching about nutrition. This word nutritionist is just so openly used by so many people that it's becoming an issue and it's being misused, and people are becoming fearful of food. So yes, a dietitian can use nutritionist in their title, but also someone with a degree in nutrition who didn't go the next steps to get registered can also use it. A personal trainer, a nurse, a doctor who have degrees in that subject can also call themselves a nutritionist. It can be someone who did private courses, and then someone who's never done a course in their entire life, who are calling themselves nutritionists. Then you have those people who've lost a bunch of weight and call themselves a nutritionist. And then those people are giving advice to others. So you may be putting your life in someone's hands who has no credible knowledge of nutrition. Sarah Morin, who is an RD, had an awesome phrase, and it goes like this: every dietitian is a nutritionist, but not every nutritionist is a dietitian. And I thought this was so well put, because when you're looking for nutritional advice, you really want to look for an RD or an RDN, because those are the people who work super hard to learn about all aspects of food and how it affects the body, and they do those continuous education courses throughout their entire career. So ask yourself, who have you been listening to?